Madden 2019. It's going to be a better game or just a new rooster and the same effects and the same game that the last one, the 18. Is it worth it to buy it or just skip this one? You reviews with me, Frankie D, and my buddy, join me, Scotty G. He's an expert on Madden. We'll see. Your reviews coming up. Are you ready for some football? Dun 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 dun. Come on. All right, Madden 19. Buddy Scotty G. He's supposed to be an expert. Woo! Thank you for coming. Thank you for be part of the U reviews. And why do you think about Madden right now? We see right now what you see in the bottom is just the trailers of Madden. And first, what do you think about the graphics
I
and
think
this one?
I think the lighting is very much improved. Overall graphics, I think, are slightly improved as well. We'll say the shoulder pads, I think, look kind of funny compared to last year's, but overall, I think it's an improvement in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the graphics looked good, but it's not a big difference between 18 and 19.
Not a huge difference, yeah.
And that's the problem we have with Madden, we have with FIFA, NHL. It is technically most of the time it's just the graphics are the same unless they change the engine of the game. They didn't do it in this one. And the story now is a story. That's what you tell me today. That's what's the difference between 18 and 19?
On the story mode, I mean, last year we had the whole thing with like Devin Wade and whatever on his whole experience going, into the NFL and things like that. So this year expands a little bit more on, his NFL journey and you actually get a chance to play in the NFL. I know a lot of people were not too happy about that in the last one.
Okay.
But
I didn't play this story. You did. And you enjoyed.
Last year's story, I thoroughly enjoyed.
Okay. And how is the gameplay compared with the last year?
On just the story mode?
On the story mode.
On the story mode, I would say it was probably a little bit better in the last one overall, but it's still it's
you know what? It's worth it to play it or no? Because this is hardcore Madden people. Do they really care for that? Because I don't.
That I don't think is a huge.
I don't care. I didn't even know it was a story until you told me it was a story. I didn't know. I don't care. Because most of the people go there and try to get your favorite team and play with it. I mean, that's what the basis of the game is.
Mm-hmm. The story mode is definitely a side,
Yeah, it's just if you finish the game and you want to do something else, you do the story.
Exactly.
But that's what it is. Like a plus, like an icing in the cake, but not much of the ice, just a little bit of sprinkles. And that's it. Okay. Why you see the difference on this game playing with the 18? Because again, like we said before, it's not much of the difference on the graphic. It's a different on the gameplay. It's different you see in the controllers. It's different you see it in difference when you play. It's faster. It's slower. It's the same.
There is a difference. I know they added the real player motion into the game, and I gotta say it feels a lot more like alive when you play the game. And I think that real player motion is a really good step in the right direction. I noticed in the last game it sometimes felt very slow and very kind of tedious, but I will say with like I said with that real player motion, I think the game has really opened up a lot of opportunities to happen, during certain plays.
Okay, we're watching here you play. So now we code playing now. We're watching you playing, and you are
the Cleveland Browns.
I didn't want to say it, but okay. He had a jersey on the Steelers. It like me. I'm a Broncos fan. I would use a Raiders jersey. I would burn it. I'm sorry, guys. can't take it. You guys, if you're already a fan, don't switch, please. But you're a Brown.
There's a problem already there. Yes.
And then you have a Steelers jersey, which that'd be the funny part of the whole review.
I will say the whole reason I became a Cleveland Browns fan was for watching a lot of college football, and you start to like certain players and things like that.
Mhm.
You sort of track them through college, going to the NFL. And one of the players I really liked was from my dad's alum, Oklahoma State, Josh Cooper. He was a wide receiver, played for the Browns for 2 seasons, and then ultimately, he ended up getting cut. But he was really good. He should have made it. He should have made it. And then the reason for the Steelers, even though they are the Browns' one rival, if you can consider them a rival, because Browns are always in last place.
Really, we
but
can
we
be
trek
the,
on.
we can be the rival.
We
and
trek
we
on
win.
still. But another reason is some other Oklahoma State guys went over to the Steelers. So Mason Rudolph, quarterback, and James Washington, wide receiver. So it's still a lot of fun. So even
You got intersect.
Yeah.
I forgot. You playing the Browns.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot. No, we forgot.
I'm making sure the game is realistic, and that is realistic.
If you're realistic, why you play with the Browns? You're gonna lose every game. That's it. But it's okay. Leave it there. Keep going. But you've been playing a lot of Madden.
I've played a lot.
You told me you're a hardcore Madden. Tell a little bit of the story how good you are.
I'm not that good.
Well, you're good.
I mean,
compared with me, you're super good.
You play online. You break a couple controllers, and you can call yourself good.
But you play a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I play a lot online, and you beat a lot of people. So
with the Browns, I might add.
With the Browns,
Cleveland Browns.
It's a miracle.
So when you win, you can say I won with the Cleveland Browns, and when you lose, you're like, oh, it's the Cleveland Browns.
The question is, did you play against 5-year-old or real people?
Real people.
Okay, because 5-year-old, I understand you beat it with the Browns. But real people, if you beat it with the Browns, ouch.
Yeah.
What kind of players are you guys?
It's an underdog story, you gotta.
It is.
So it only works out if you lose. That's sort of what you expected. So when you win, that's sort of a plus, and that's sort of, I guess, what being a Cleveland Browns fan is about. So.
Yeah, well, that's.
While I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
And understand, it's okay. The key, all the reviews that I do, and thank you for coming back and watching this review, is it worth it to pay $60? Forget the special edition and all that kind of crap they got. Just $60 for this game that just came out. Is it worth it, knowing that technically much of the difference between the 18 and 19 is the roster? It's just the players. Is it worth? Is it play, a must play, or wait until it got cheaper?
I would think this is a good game to keep for the long haul, because I know Madden, it does do, it's sort of like the roster update game. You sort of get it because you're all excited about the new season and things like that. I would say the biggest thing that I'm excited about is that you can update and upload your own draft classes to your franchise mode.
That's good.
I know that's a huge one because in the last previous games, and since they've discontinued the NCAA, college football game series, I know that's left, a hole in a lot of gamers' hearts.
Right.
We love college football. We love the college season. We love being able to, watch them go to the NFL. So with that, season, not touchdown, by
the way. That was a touchdown. Oh, the Browns!
Of the Browns.
It's only in the game. It's just only in the games. Sorry, man. Watch out, because the Broncos didn't do that well last year.
We've heard worse.
We got hope the Broncos this
year. But yeah, I would say, with the whole, Madden, being a whole roster update in the next year and things like that, I would say between the real motion, things that they added to the game. I think it does feel improved in the right direction. And with that customizable draft class, I feel like it's something that you can play, and you can play a handful of seasons. We already know how far the draft classes go and things like that. So you can play 5 or 6 real seasons, whereas in the previous Maddens you play one season and then now.
So technically, the next season, if you want to change the roster, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with this game.
Yeah, in the last one you could do it too, but you would literally have to go in and edit, thousands of players, and
nobody gonna do
as much as I love doing that, it's
right. But in this one you can.
This one you can just there's the online communities already making the draft classes and things like that for 2019, 2020 seasons.
So you recommend it about it?
I would recommend it with the improvements on the gameplay. It still looks really good. And then with those updated draft classes and things like that, this is a game that you can buy, you can have fun with this year, and you can continue to keep that, and you can play that for years to come.
I played a little bit. I didn't play that much like he played. Well, it just came out a couple of days ago. To me, it looks great. It's super fast. And to me, it is to buy. But what I do in every gamer does, you keep it for a couple months, you play the whole season, you squeeze it as much as you can, and then you trade the game. I don't think it's to keep it. But when you say with the draft, that's a different thing. That will work. I don't know if next season they're gonna cut that because they don't want that. I don't know if you're gonna. EA Sport, Electronic Arts got in big trouble with Battlefront. He's a big Battlefront player. I don't know why he bought it, but it's okay. It's another story.
It's improved.
Yeah,
money. It'll never be what we remember, but it is significant.
Because when you tell me that with the draft, they can play the next season and draft everything and do the new game, the new players in the old game, EA Sport will not allow that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They will not allow it. They will come out with a patch.
It took them this long to do it. So.
It will not allow that. Because what for you're going to buy the next one? Unless it's a new engine. I don't think it's going to be.
That's a good point.
So, for me, buy it, squeeze it 2-3 months, and when it's still hot, the game, just trade it so you can have enough money to buy another game. That's my opinion. He's a man who will keep it. I'm sure you're going to keep it for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
But we recommend to buy it. So anything else you want to add to the review? Anything is important that we haven't said?
Can't really think of anything.
Well, it's a Cleveland Brown fan. Okay, thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it. You know a lot of Madden, so I'm not that big. I'm a FIFA guy. I'm not much of the Madden guy. And thank you for coming back for the reviews. Until the next time, support your video games, support your movies, support your TV shows. And Scotty, again, thank you. Until the next time. Ciao.